The digital world, a land entirely unlike that which humans call the real world. This cyberspace built upon the network is home to digital monsters known as Digimon. The discovery of these AI lifeforms is both a blessing and a curse to human society, which relies on the network to manage everything in their world. Eiji Nagasumi is 19 years old and earns a daily income by doing dangerous work related to the digital world. It's a loser cracker. Previously on Digimon Seekers. Led by Professor Ryuzen-ji, Eiji, a code cracker who's short of a few bob, is about to enter a restricted area of Abaddon Electronics, which hides cutting-edge technology that may hold the key for the future of the company. And probably the entire population of a Japan set in a cyberpunk future where digital world research is making strides. The Japanese narration is voiced by Gamamon's voice actress. The link is in the description. And don't forget the Spanish translation is uploaded on the community section of this channel. Recruitment for Digimon Seekers fan art starts from mid-April. Now, let's continue. Digimon Seekers. Chapter 1.3. A Sea of Networks. A Dome Theater. In front of Eiji, who stands in the center, is the projection of a schematic diagram constructed with wireframes. The World Web, floating in the waves are servers of nations, corporations, research institutes, etc. These servers are represented as floating islands or ships. The user dives into the ocean of the network. In the deep-sea region, a completely different world unfolds in front of them. The digital world. The Dome Theater plays a voice-guided tour. A wireframe schematic diagram is rendered three-dimensionally and vividly colored. It is a world different from our world, the real world. It is said to be a cyberspace that exists on a digital network. The other world, the digital world, stretches out beyond the sea of the network. Scenic beauty. The picture quality is poor, but is a beautiful wilderness. It's like the environmental images seen in the entrance lobby. Inhabiting this digital world is this. The data becomes three-dimensional. Hololization. This is a technology initiated by the university and put to practical use by Abaddon Electronics. This technology is also applied to the 3D digital signage seen in the city. A digital monster, a Digimon. Something is hololized. At first glance, it looks like a frog. It is a tadpole on the verge of becoming a frog, with its tail still attached. It is green like a watermelon with black stripes. It is characterized by its mohawk-like dorsal fins, claws on its arms and legs, and exaggerated fangs. Betamon, rookie, amphibian, virus type. The frog-like data is displayed. A Digimon is an information life form living in the digital world, a living AI. It's something you won't find in any textbook. A living AI. Digimon are made up of a variety of motifs. Fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, plants, insects, crustaceans, mollusks, machines, chemical phenomena, and other phenomena, as well as 8 million gods, Buddha, and demons. All of which holographically appear one after another. The discovery of the digital world and the history of its research. What are Digimon, digital monsters? Digimon evolution: baby, child, adult, perfect, and ultimate form. There are three basic attributes of Digimon classification. The explanation of the hololized Digimon is followed by a presentation showing images of the Digimon. That's the object I saw in the lobby. A three-colored laser beam is emitted from the object, repeatedly illuminating Eiji, who stands in the center of the Dome Theater. In total awe of what he's seeing. The three attributes that form the basis of Digimon taxonomy, virus, data, and vaccine, are the motifs for the three types of Digimon. Ryuzen-ji explains. Digimon are the fruit of contact with the digital world, a new world on the network that has helped prop up humanity. Digimon have revolutionized human society. The use and application of Digimon as AI tools has led to remarkable discoveries in areas such as software development, cryptographic security, and AI drug discovery. However, it is still a secret of mankind. Most of the world's people still do not even know that the digital world exists. Suddenly, the image is disrupted. The Dome Theater vibrates. And even if they did, they wouldn't understand it anyway. The tone of the dialogue changes. It sounds like it has been processed by a machine. There is good and bad. Digimon can be misused as tools of cyber terrorism. These misuses are so-called Digimon crimes. The scene of the video suddenly jumped to the real world. We find ourselves in the passenger cabin of an airliner. Wings can be seen outside the window. The plane is flying above the clouds at night, the roar of its jet engines is audible. One of the passengers is filming the cabin with his smartphone. Sleeping on the other side of the plane, covered with a blanket, is the photographer's wife, lover, or daughter. A realistic wind noise deafens Eiji. The world is flooded with noise, and then, silence. Roar. Without warning, vision goes dark. The angle of the image is disturbed. An alert. An oxygen mask comes down in the cabin. Screams. Confusion. Eiji averts his eyes. He can't watch anymore. But there's also nothing he can do. The airliner suddenly drops its nose and crashes headlong out of the clouds at an altitude of more than 30,000 feet. Tomonori Ryuzenji has always been a world leader in the discovery of the digital world and research into digital monsters. He is the reason why Aberdeen Electronics Digital Lab is located next to the university. I know of no other case where a single researcher has made such a significant contribution to the university's reputation and the company's business performance. The remarkable development of the university and Aberdeen Electronics was all made possible by Professor Ryuzenji. Wonderful. Ryuzenji's face beams with admiration as he inspects the gadget that Eiji had delivered to him, a Digimon dock. DDL, Ryuzenji's office. It's a private room with part of the wall made of glass. It looks like a university laboratory, with shelves crammed full of equipment, materials, and cardboard boxes. When Ryuzenji connects his Digimon dock to the lab's equipment, the Digimon that Eiji captured is hololized. It's a frog-like creature with a tail. It is indeed a Madoki Betamon, as requested. Look at those gentle, beautiful curves. Ryuzenji traced the outline of Madoki Betamon's image with his finger lovingly. Among the data found in the unknown digital world, this digital monster, or Digimon, an AI program, is sold at a high price on the Grim market due to its convenience, scalability, and rarity. It took 3 Tyrannomon to capture that one. Eiji makes his appeal as he set his bags down on his work desk. They're not in D4, so he's had his personal belongings returned to him. Wow, sounds tough. Betamon have a habit of throwing their dorsal fins when they're in trouble. When it comes to Madoki Betamon, a shockwave is emitted from the dorsal fin. Eiji's Tyrannomon No. 3, which was used for capture, was killed by its blade fin technique. Yes. But, Professor, I'm not sure how, but is this Madoki Betamon different from others? How do you mean? Ryuzenji seems miffed. Eiji, you don't know. You really don't know the difference between Betamon and Madoki Betamon. Eiji is unhappy to have disappointed his client. Well, is it the color that's different? Yes. The color of Madoki Betamon isn't nearly as vivid. You really do know the difference. I'll add a bit of a bonus to your reward this time. Yes. Thank you for that. It looks like my guess was correct. Now I can have a beef bowl with pickles and a raw egg for dinner. The client seems very satisfied. Ryuzenji begins to transfer the Madoki Betamon data to the lab equipment. Eiji, I wanted to ask, how was what you experienced earlier? Earlier? You mean the video in D4? It was really great. That was a promotional video. We used to have a plan to expand into the entertainment sector. It was to be called Digimon Land. Nice. The idea was to sell Digimon as characters to the general public who don't know anything about the digital world. I especially like that Digimon or AI, creatures. Fantasy. Fiction. If I were a kid, I'd be hooked. Eiji lets his imagination get the best of him. Digimon are alive. To be continued. See you in the next chapter. This chapter featured Madoki Betamon, an amphibian Digimon much like Betamon. Despite being nearly identical to Betamon in appearance, though, Madoki Betamon is actually an extremely rare Digimon with a small population. It has a gentle disposition, and generally inhabits quiet wetlands where it skillfully manipulates the water currents. Its special moves include Aqua Tower, where it generates a small whirlpool, and Blade Fin, which involves firing a shockwave from the crest on its head.